Okay, so I want to be more serious about posting startup content because that's the real reason I started social media in the first place. I want to have a place where people can come and see what the authentic experience of building a startup is, whatever that means. I haven't found many creators that just authentically talk about like all the things that they go through on a weekly basis trying to build a startup. Idea what I'm doing. I don't know what product I want to build. I just graduated last year and I started working full time, but I just felt like there's been something missing in my life ever since senior year of college. I just haven't really felt fulfilled by just working a 9 to 5. So I'm not trying to make like $1 billion company or anything. I just want to make something that is one, useful to society, and two, can generate enough revenue so that I can choose if I want to work and what I want to work on. Right now, I am just focused on learning a bunch of skills. So for example, I'm learning React and Firebase right now, and we'll just see where it goes.
It's like 12:30 right now, and I have just had a rough night because I haven't felt super motivated about the startup. I had some health issues where I couldn't really use my wrists and my arms to use a computer. But now finally I've had some resolution. I figured out that it was just knots, and I've been able to do massages, which has made them feel a lot better. And today was kind of like my first day back after my arm injuries. And I just didn't feel that motivated to work. It wasn't like when I first had the idea to make a startup. I was so excited. I was so energized all the time to work. And today I just didn't really feel it. Like I started questioning a little bit if this is still what I want, but I talked it out, and I think this is still something that I need right now, and it's okay that I don't have as much motivation as when I first started this whole thing. It's okay. I don't need to, go at this thing at 100%. I just need a little bit. I just need to chip away a little bit every single day and focus on taking it day by day, learning something new every day.
Right, it's been like 2-3 days since I filmed that last video. Clearly, I was not in the best headspace. I feel like that was a turning point for me because I had been so frustrated about my arm injuries for so long. I had been so down in the dumps because I haven't been able to work on the startup or really work at all, feel productive at all. And I feel a lot better now because I've been able to work a little bit again. My arms are feeling better. I've been massaging my forearms a lot, trying to get the knots out. And I started this React and Firebase tutorial. It's like a 2-hour short tutorial on YouTube. I've been chipping away a little bit every day, and it's made me feel really productive. I feel like I'm learning again, and I'm actually enjoying the learning process, which has been really cool. I feel like the whole startup thing, the main reason I started this was because I felt really lost, and I felt like I wasn't going anywhere in my life. I didn't have any like goals. So when I started this, I felt like I was learning for myself for the first time. I wasn't just learning for the sake of, finishing an assignment or trying to get someone off my back. I was only learning for myself, and that was such an empowering thing. I had never really done that before. I just graduated from college, so I felt like everything I've learned pretty much up until that point was to turn an assignment in or to study for a test. And it doesn't really matter what you learn, I think. It's just learning something only for the sake of yourself and improving yourself. It's such an amazing thing. Okay, this week I've mostly been focused on finishing the React and Firebase tutorial that I started. I can show you guys which one it is. I've been following this expense tracker app by Petrotech. I really like how it's laid out. It's super simple and easy to follow. I've done a little bit of a React tutorial before, so I know like the very bare minimum basics, but I've never actually used it in like a real project. So this was kind of my first experience doing that. And I will say, like, I think there's a pretty big learning curve with React. I was very confused for a lot of it, just in terms of like how all the components worked. I didn't understand like the mounting and unmounting component and how the use effects worked when a component mounted. Basically every 5 minutes or 5 seconds of this tutorial, I like had to go on ChatGPT and was like, can you explain this to me? But I think I understand enough to where I, understand how everything in this app works now. But I think if I actually want to build my own app, that would need a lot more practice in React. As I was going through this tutorial, I realized that my CSS skills need a lot of brushing up on. So after I finished the React and Firebase tutorial, I found this website that teaches you frontend and gives you little projects to work on. It's this website called Frontend Mentor, and you can basically click on like different challenges, and you can pick like based on your level. So this is the one that I started working on. It's basically just making like a simple little profile card. I did struggle a bit with this, I'm not gonna lie, but something cool that I found was I put this image into ChatGPT over here, and it actually spit out like very, very good code. I was really shocked by the quality. This is basically what it spit out, and as you can see, it is pretty similar to the original. I think the font and the styling is a little bit off, but honestly, like, it looks pretty good. I think my goal for the next couple of days is just to keep working on CSS and making sure I'm super familiar with it. I just did another quick CSS practice thing from Frontend Mentor. Let me show you what I did. So this is what I was supposed to make, and this is my final product. Look how cool this is. I did this all in like an hour. I feel like I'm genuinely getting better at CSS, even though it's only been like 3 or 4 days. Just sitting down and actually making myself do a couple practice problems has really helped. I was really confused with like the display boxes, like flex boxes, how to organize everything on the page, but I think I'm okay at using flex boxes now, at least the most basic functionalities. This whole week, I've been working on different CSS, HTML, JavaScript projects on Frontend Mentor, and I just finished my biggest project yet, so I'll show you guys what I built. This took me like 2 or 3 days. It's basically using an API to get all of these different countries and information about them. You can filter by region of the world. Say you want to look at only Asian countries, and you can also click on each individual card here and see more detailed information. I used React for this project instead of plain JavaScript because I want to get really good at just building something really quick on React and getting it out. And I'm already getting a bit comfortable with it, so I think I'm just going to stick with React and just get like super comfortable and be able to build something out really quickly with it. So this month I mostly focused on improving my front end skills. I think that's an area I'm very weak at because I don't have really any experience building applications. I really wanted to get comfortable with CSS in particular because like I never understood truly like how all the different CSS work together, especially flexboxes and grids, and I feel like those 2 concepts are super important, probably like the foundation of any website. After doing a couple of practices, I feel like pretty comfortable doing basic templates. Moving forward, I think I'm gonna try and learn Tailwind. Tailwind is like a CSS framework, so it basically helps you write CSS code faster. I think I'm gonna learn Tailwind, and then I'm honestly not sure after that. I'm maybe trying to find like a small project that I can build from start to end and deploy, just to get more comfortable with that process. But yeah, thank you guys for following on with my journey. There's really not too much going on. I'm just trying to, learn some skills until I feel like I found, a good project that I want to build. But yeah, we'll see where it goes.